So the Vor subs, the reason why I think they're so much better than Joker is because they cover a lot more options than Joker's does. Best thing about it is because they actually track. Doesn't matter where you are, it just tracks you. Only to a certain distance, of course, but the best thing about it, which makes it so much better than Joker's, is that when you actually go for the setup, you're actually plus. So you can be plus 17, 12, 15, depending on your timing. If you're trying to look for a breakaway, you probably just go for a standing 2 since it covers, because it has a good hitbox, and you actually a little more plus than you go for this. Plus 16. And then you can get, since you're like plus 16, 15, you can get a free sweep check. And you can still get your turn back after that sweep check. So you get like 2 mix-ups. And it doesn't really matter if they wake up, because it covers everything. Like, you can get hit, and you still get your turn back. Or you can just fall block. But of course, if you mess up your timing, if you don't have enough plus frames and they go for wake up, they can interrupt this bug. So let me try to go for it. Let me go for this setup instead. Try to optimize the setup, but as I said, that interrupts the bug. But if I do enhance it and their opponent's too late, you're guaranteed 2 bugs, and they come in at an awkward time. But if you do this, doesn't matter what wake up they do, you get your turn back no matter what. Doesn't matter what you do, you just boom. But if they do like a backward roll, just be careful. Don't walk towards them, because as you see, as I walk towards them, I'm pushing them away from the bug. So what you could do, back up, and then they're forced to block that. And then you can go back in for more pressure. If you can get back in time. You can try something like this. Oh, this is not bad. Or you can just, if you can read the roll, now you can just, this jump 1 covers both rolls. So you can actually react to which roll. It's actually not that hard. You just jump 1. I messed it up. And it's actually very easy to catch on. I don't think I've ever missed a punish from the read. I don't think I've ever missed it due to not knowing which side to go for forward 1. Like, it's very consistent. Like, you can definitely react to it. But at the same time, if you go for something like that, you can actually be down 2, so I don't know. So at the same time you can do that. You get an anti-air, right there, always, it is, yeah. Since you're so plus, you can use those frames to your advantage. Like, if you expect them, you're gonna wake up, you can sacrifice just a little of your frames just so you can let them jump a bit. Like for this one, you could go for this, they try to jump, check them with forward 1, go for a combo. And once you condition them with all this stuff, and that's when you can start going for the throws. And then you put it back in the same position. And of course you can bait throws. And just punish accordingly. Then we got the Sona Fox setup, which gives you about 40 to 50%, depending on how you go with the setup. So if you want to go for the overheads and mix up, and just go forward, boom. nearly 50%. You can go for the low. Boom. 40%. You can go for the grab. There's two ways the grab can go, so I messed it up. So if it lands close, you can get a standing one in there and then go 1-2 whatever. Or if you like to, or if it happens to go the other way, you can get a full combo. Sometimes that doesn't combo, so it gives you at least plus frames, so your forward one should jail if it doesn't combo. If they try to mash, it doesn't really matter, you still get the full combo. As you can see, I just did slightly more than what he just did to me. And you still gain about 40%. Then there's annoying wake ups as well, so you have to find ways around that, so right there I just lost the trade war, so there's a way around that, of course. This doesn't work for all wake ups, but it works for Joker's wake up, so you can go for a neutral jump instead of a forward jump. Or jumping forward. And it gets you out of that hitbox. It doesn't work for all the wake ups, but just some of them. But then again, you can always just block and punish. For up 2s and up 3s, you can actually just fade them out. You know, they actually left them. That was actually false bet. You can also just do it down 2. I have a keep that up. You can seek some damage from your back throw. Reset it up properly.